I'm Shubhi Mathur and I welcome you all to yet another episode of Let Us Talk. It is our constant effort and endeavor to have Let Us Talk as a motivational platform which helps you to live more constructively and more meaningfully. Keeping this in mind, we bring to you talks from different walks of life. Talks which resonate that age is just a number. Talks which highlight the importance of having a hobby, of pursuing your passion, chasing your dreams, and that too at any age, because the purpose of human life means to add value at every stage of your life. The urge to do something new, something which you always wanted to do, जिसका ख्याल आते ही चेहरे पे एक मुस्कान आ जाती है, मन में एक उमंग आती है, and you want to do it now because age is just a number. But then एक ख्याल आता है, लोग क्या कहेंगे? What will our children say? What will our grandchildren say? Do something online. No need to get into this. Take care of your health. Do things which are more suited for your age. इस एज में क्या एडवेंचर, क्या रोड ट्रिप, ये सब सुनने देखने में अच्छा लगता है, पर जब खुद पे करने पे आता है, then you will know what is it. And there was the excitement to start क्या, even think of something which you always wanted to do. And why does it go? Because preconceived notions that people have formed in their mind because of our society. Our thought processes which have been accumulated over the years and we feel they are right because ऐसा ही होता आया है. Today we have an interactive session on a subject that has been going on in my mind since a long time. Break the bias. So today we have with us Ms. Sonias Journey, a very senior corporate professional who's worked with top MNCs like American Express, ICICI Bank, BlackRock and MasterCard. She has had over 30 years of work experience with her. Welcome, Ms. Sonia. Welcome to Let Us Talk.
Thanks, Shubhi. Thanks for the intro.
So, you are in your mid-50s and you still had few years of your corporate career and you chose to quit your such a lucrative job. What triggered this?
So, during COVID times, since I was at home, all of us were at home actually, and there was more time on hands, I felt and I started getting into other things in life which were my interests and all, which till date because of my work and all, I never had the time to do. There was more time to do some of my artwork, some of my dancing, spending time more with family, friends, and I felt that there is so much more to life other than your job. And I felt that I have missed out a lot because I was so much concentrated on my job and so much into it completely. And I actually enjoyed my corporate life also completely, but I felt that now my priorities had changed and I wanted to spend time doing things which I really enjoy, to spend more time with people who really matter to me, and that's what triggered my decision to leave. I also wanted to leave at my peak and not when I'm sort of, declining, and I don't think that would have happened in the next few years, but I just felt that I think everybody has got this calling or something, you can say, and I took the decision to move away from my active corporate life.
So the topic of our today's talk is break the bias, and you know why you are a guest here. I was told that you are learning salsa and you started learning salsa in your late 40s, early 50s, and I was quite amazed. And this 2 years of chase happened and finally you are here with us. So I would like to know, when people pursue some unconventional hobbies, like usually, people will say, okay, now I want to learn classical music, which I want to learn, or I want to learn this painting I want to learn. But salsa is something which we hear very less. And how was the reaction of your family, friends, or even, people from your dance class? How did they react? Were there any eyebrows raised? Or you were comfortable? What was the reaction of the people in general?
Before going into that, let me tell you how I got introduced to salsa. Actually, it was in one of my visits in Hong Kong. I was traveling and one of my colleagues took me to this place where they had the Latin dancing going on. And I was completely mesmerized seeing those people dancing and the happy faces. It was so beautiful. I felt that this is something I really had to learn. So when I came back to India, I just started looking for classes where they were and where I could join. And yeah, I mean, it wasn't easy because I remember the first dance school which I went to, and this was when I was in my late 40s. So the person asked me that, are you coming here to register your child, your daughter? I said, no, I want to learn myself. He said, you want to learn salsa dancing? I said, yes. He said, but are you, is it because that you want to get into some sort of fitness regime or something? And if that's the case, then I could recommend you aerobics. I said, no, I want to learn salsa dancing only. And then he asked me that, do you want to perform in some wedding or some function or something choreograph, shall we choreograph for you? I said, no, I want to learn the actual dance form. So it took a bit of convincing, and of course there were eyeballs, and also I was the oldest person in the class, and but I didn't let that really deter me, other than the fact that it obviously took me more time to learn anything which the 20s and 30 somethings were doing. But I think I used to practice quite a lot, whatever I learned in class, and by the next class, I used to be in line with the other people in the students in the class. But yeah, family also felt that is some sort of a short-term craze I've got into, and I'll get something which I'll get over it. And I did get questions when I didn't when I was continuing to pursue it and continuously taking classes as well. So I was questioned that abhi tak tumhara bhoot nahi khatam hua, and I mean you still haven't gotten over your craze of dancing and all. There were questions, there were eyeballs, and everybody was amused, surprised, irritated also at times, because I was very passionate about it and I didn't want to miss my classes and all. But it also meant that it is going away, taking those classes, spending a few hours. And since I was working, the only time when I could take those classes were weekends. It meant that your socializing and social life also takes an impact. So yeah, all those issues were there, but somehow off and on, I did keep continuing with taking my classes whenever I could. I just did that.
तो कहते ना biases are everywhere. Like I'm surprised and amazed that the instructor also was like कि wedding के लिए करना है for your child. So somehow these preconceived notions, like if I'm also in a class in which my daughter is going, and if I want to register dancing with such kids and all, it is not easy. So what keeps you going? It is just the passion, or sometimes you have to be ignorant of what people are saying, like what we say, break the bias. So it means we need to not give ears to others' opinion, or how it should be.
See, I feel if you really enjoy something, you shouldn't let anything else influence that. Dancing is something which I really, really enjoyed. I was so much in love. It was like a part of me. When I'm dancing, it's like in my body. I feel, it's like music in your veins flowing through it. You are part of the dance, and dance is part of you, it's in you. Your body is simply reacting to the music. So you reach that stage of sort of trance. You connect with your music, and each person has got a different way to connect with things. For me, it was the dance form, which I really felt that connection to. Yeah, I did join at a very late age as per conventional norms, but I feel that you should never let anything deter you from doing things which you really want to do in life, whether it is dancing, whether it could be anything. And yes, and I do feel that in society, people have these biases, that there are certain activities which are to be done at a particular age. But other than that, I feel that it's not just the society which sort of influences you. It is your own self-inflicted mindset, which you may be sort of having. I think that's where you need to really challenge yourself and question yourself. And if there is something you really want to do, I feel that you should not let age be a deterring factor in your mind also, and also not get influenced by others. So it's both ways, not just the external factors which are there, the society norms or whatever, which there, that is which you need to break. But more importantly, you have to break your own mindset. You have to challenge your own mindset and the biases which you have grown up with, probably, or seen around you. That is what you need to challenge more than even the society ones.
So well said, so well put. ऐसा ही होता आया है, ऐसे ही सब करते हैं. We are conditioned this way. That to challenge ourselves is the biggest challenge. That's what I also feel. This break the bias mindset is so important, and not for anyone else, but for yourself. When you are in a happy space, you are able to channelize your energy in a more positive and a creative way. And in this happy space, you are able to make others happier. You are able to take care of themselves and yourself in a better way. On this note, any message you have for our viewers?
I think one should be true to yourself, challenge yourself, break your own mindset. Some of it is, like I said already, that it is self-inflicted also. Once you break those mindsets, you will feel that it does give you a huge sense of achievement. When you break such a mindset and you are able to accomplish things which you've always wanted to do, which you're sort of passionate about, it's a great feeling. So I would encourage all to not let age deter you from doing anything which you want to pursue. What you probably need to work on is how to get there and how to reach there. It may take more time, it may take more effort, but definitely the end result is very much worth it. The sense of satisfaction, the sense of accomplishment which you get, and the sense of pride, of course, is great. I feel that when it comes to dance schools, and not just dance schools, but other kind of hobby courses or other courses, special vocations which are out there, I feel it's a very good business proposition also for these schools, because people who are in their say mid 40s, mid 50s and all, a lot of them have got now empty nest and they have more time. They've achieved good significant amount of whatever they wanted to achieve in life, and for these schools it could be a good business proposition to have courses designed specifically for this age group, which could be more profitable for them also. When I started salsa dancing, obviously I was very raw. I had no idea at all about Latin dancing other than what I had seen once in Hong Kong. But over the period of time, when I have in the investment which I have made in learning the dance form from wherever and whenever I could, whatever little time I had between my office life, personal life and all, I did manage to take few classes. Whenever I used to travel, I used to go and take whatever class which I could. And today I can happily and proudly say that I can dance anywhere in the world, in any kind of social, when it comes to Latin dance. It's something I feel so happy about. When I'm on the floor, it is such a happy space for me. And for me, it was absolutely unusual because my profile in office was very, very different from what would sort of expect. So I have been a senior managing counsel lately with Mastercard and always been in the legal profession. There wasn't any single person that I knew of in the dance class who belonged to this kind of field. And in my office also, now I am known as a dancing queen. And the management group also, probably I added to that diversity in the management group and added to the more fun factor in the management group as well, when I had this additional, you can say, chip on my sleeve.
On this note, let us break the bias. Let us not form any opinions in our mind. Let us not be judgmental all the time.
Thanks, Shubhi, for inviting me.